What's going on, guys? I've got here a 2005 Ford Freestyle, and I'm going to use this car to point out to you the location of the 3 fuses for the blower motor, as well as the blower motor relay. So we're first going to head down here. We've got to remove this fuse box cover. You should be able to do this by just grabbing this piece and pulling it to you, although some of you will have to push these hooks over to the side. When you pull this cover away, you will find a fuse puller on the back that may be helpful to you. And the 2 fuses here do not directly send power to the blower motor, but they do send power to the HVAC control module. So that's the piece that has the dials that allow you to select the different speeds of the blower motor. So we've got this one right here, this 7.5 amp fuse. That's number 7, fuse number 7. We've also got fuse 20. Which is this one over here. So I've just pulled these out just to show you what a good fuse looks like. Now moving on under the hood, that's where we will find the blower motor relay, as well as the blower motor fuse. So those 2 items are going to be under this cover, which we open up just by lifting on this tab here. Now the fuse that sends power to the blower motor is a 40 amp Jks Fuse located right here. You can look down through the top of it to see if it's blown or not. And if you need to remove it, you just wiggle it side to side while you lift up. Now this sends power to the blower motor when your blower motor relay is engaged. And the blower motor relay is this one right here. My favorite way to troubleshoot this relay is to tap on it. By tapping on the relay, you can sometimes get it to start working again if it's stuck. Beyond that, what we can do is we can remove the relay, and we could swap in our starter relay. So if we put the starter relay in, and now the vehicle won't start, but the blower motor works, then I know that my original relay is probably no good. Beyond that, we can actually directly send power to that blower motor by connecting these 2 pins together. Now it's important to note, just because you send power to the blower motor, it doesn't mean the blower motor will still work. The blower motor must receive a ground signal from the blower motor resistor. And it's that ground signal that actually determines the speed of the blower motor as well. So if you've checked all your fuses and your relays and they're good, and your blower motor is not working, it could be that the blower motor itself or the resistor is no good. I'm just going to move over to the passenger side of the vehicle. This is where you can find the actual blower motor. So it's in here. To get to it, you've got to remove this big trim piece here. There's a pin on this side that you pull out, and there's another one over here that's behind this cover. But if we look down here, we can find that there's the blower motor itself. One thing I love to do is wiggle the connector around. Sometimes a bad connection will form at the blower motor itself. And if you wiggle the connector, sometimes it can start working again temporarily. You can also bang on the blower motor. You can tap on it, just like I was tapping on the relay. And if you do that and it starts to work, then you know the blower motor may be on its way out. So yeah, that's the blower motor itself right there. I'm having difficulty disconnecting that connector. But you can see there's the blower motor resistor behind it. So yeah, I hope this information was helpful for you. Please do let me know if you have any questions, or more importantly, any advice about the blower motor on your Ford Freestyle.